Good morning. Welcome back to the vlog. I'm bringing you through another look into my life as a freelancer, graphic designer, and sharing just all the behind the scenes details from there. This is an extra crazy week because it is post Thanksgiving. So last week I had obviously Thursday off, and then I took off part of Friday. But it just feels like there's so much to get done with having those days missing, and this is just the crazy busy time of the season for me, and just for anyone that's in marketing and design and that type of space. We have a lot of like email campaigns, promotions, social media campaigns, just websites that need to get up and running, a lot of things that people just want done for either the holiday season or for the launch in the new year. It's a little crazy. I have my coffee this morning, I lit a candle, my heater's going, and my Christmas tree lights are up. So I am ready to dive into the day and do the best I can on this fine Monday morning. I first just went through my emails, and I'm gonna go ahead and time block my day and make a game plan of how I'm gonna break out all of the aspects on my to-do list, and then hopefully I feel a little better about today and just overall my whole week of what I can accomplish. My calendar is all beautifully tie blocked. It looks a little nuts and crazy like this, but this helps me to just stay focused and make sure I am focusing on each of my retainer aspects. A lot of my clients, I have a certain amount of hours that I should be meeting each week and a threshold I should keep myself at. So as long as I keep that kind of planned out in my calendar and have an idea going in, it makes me feel a little more relaxed for the week, and it makes me realize I'm being honest and honorable to our contract and our commitments as well. This is not carved in stone. It is something that is flexible throughout the week, so I will adjust it as needed. But right now it's looking pretty good, and we're at 8:45 a.m. and so I'm gonna jump into my first time block, which is working on doing some social content planning for the next 2 weeks for one of the businesses that I assist in their graphic design and social media needs. So I'm gonna get into that, and then I can send it over to them for a review and approval in that sense. Let's do that on super speed mode. For this particular client, we do everything set up in Teams. It's what they already use as their online platform, so it's super easy for me to be integrated in. I just set their calendar up in a PowerPoint. This way you can see what the grid is going to look like and also have visual cues and have what the topic will be on the side. It's been super convenient to have, and then we also use a spreadsheet to cross-check it. I am constantly double checking their social media platforms to make sure we are in line with what we've already scheduled, and we are looking good moving forward. The content calendar for that time block is all done and all good to go. So now I'm moving over to my next time block, which is working on this template that will be recreated over in Canva. So for people that don't know the background in Adobe programs, this way, it being in Canva, it's easy for them to edit, drag and drop new photos in, and just update type and things like that without having to have a graphic designer use it. One thing that I learned when I was dropping this Photoshop file into Canva is that you can literally drag and drop it, and it will automatically be able to identify certain layers and certain key aspects that are able to be edited. So that made my job a little bit easier. So all I had to do was go through and make sure those were all correct, and then also add in a few extra details as well. I have found that it's pretty easy to transfer files into Canva. It makes it really convenient for others to be able to use and have the brand kits all set up and good to go. And it just makes people be more confident in being able to express their brand appropriately and keeping with their consistent style and their look moving forward. I don't mind doing these, I enjoy them, but it does take a little bit of extra work since the designs are usually done in Illustrator or Photoshop first. It's a very dark and gloomy gray day today, so Sorry about the lighting in here. I have this in a good spot, or as far as I can get it for right now, this template design. I'm waiting on feedback for a couple of aspects on it, and once I get that, I'll finish these edits. But in the meantime, I'm gonna jump over and make some updates to a content calendar over in Later and drop in edits that we have, and also drop in stories that will be scheduled to be posted, and go through and work on that. Later is a tool that I've just started using within the last couple of months. It's a tool that my contract job set me up with and is something they already implement with their social media clients. So I just jumped on board and started using it as well. Later does have a really great blog that I would recommend if you are in the social media creative space. They have really great tools that they're always releasing there. But basically, their program is an easy to use platform to set up content through a calendar view, and you can see what your preview looks like on your Instagram feed and just run multiple accounts at once. You can also send a preview link over to your clients, and so that is super convenient and nice to be able to use. I also am creating a lot of templates for this one client. It's really fun to do because it's a restaurant client that has a lot of fun colors and textures and typography that I can implement, and I have a lot of creative freedom here, so I have a ton of fun making these up. I create a lot of them depending on if it's the happy hour one, if it's a graphic for them closing early, or if it's just a special that they'll be running. I can easily export these from Adobe Illustrator and then drop them into the Later program, and then I can save them to reuse throughout the months to come. I can also schedule stories, so I can go ahead and put the graphics there, and then a notification will pop up on my phone, and I can go ahead and post it directly to the program from there. It's been a lot of fun to work on, and I can't wait to see where this brand goes. Moving into my next time block now, I am working on a client who is in the influencer home space. And so I'm just updating her templates for her. We're getting her some new story templates, like to know it templates, different graphics she can utilize, and then also fleshing out her brand marks a little more. So we will get started on those now. These templates have been a bit of a work in progress. We've gone through a few rounds of editing these and just making revisions and additional options for her to be able to utilize in the future. So I'm really hoping that this set will really nail it down for her. We also expanded her brand marks, which is really exciting to see. I always recommend there to be a full set to use, and she did not have that from what was already created. So we got her set up with that, and we are going to implement that within her templates as well. After a quick break of taking a walk and getting outside and getting some fresh air, I'm back to it with the templates. I'm just editing these some more, and so I'm prepping it into a presentation that I will share with her in our meeting tomorrow. These are super fun. I'm super excited for them, and I think they will be easy for her to implement throughout the weeks to come. Cheers. It's now about 2:45 Day's flying by. I am feeling a little slow and I really just want something that will give me a little energy. So I poured myself an Olipop. Not like it doesn't have caffeine in it, but I don't know if anyone else is like this, but when you have like a fun drink, it makes you more motivated even though it's not a coffee drink. That's at least the case with me. I'm trying not to have caffeine too much in the afternoon because I just want to not be so reliant on it. I've been working on these graphic templates and then also updating some brand marks for the same client, and I'm just going to continue to work on these and finalize them a bit more. I have a meeting with her tomorrow to recap all of these different assets, so I just want to be as prepared as possible for it. And then I still have quite a bit of a long to-do list to go through today. Let's just keep the day going. Hello.
Hey,
When it comes to these brand marks, the main goal with them is to be able to set them up for a variety of file formats and a variety of color settings. So the main colors we're looking at doing is this dark green color that she has as her primary brand color. It's her favorite one to use, so we definitely want that set up in all of her different brand marks. And then we also want a black and white version for her to use, so she has a variety depending on when she is using the appropriate setting. I am also creating this one additional brand mark for her that's more of a word mark. It's something that we can put at the top of her homepage on her brand new website that's coming soon. And so I'm just really playing around with how her key name can fit together and then that key as well. So it's fun to do and we will see how the feedback goes. It's that time in the afternoon when I just want to kind of chill and relax. So I'm just going to be working from the couch now for the rest of the day and catching up on some YouTube videos as I get through the rest of my to-do list.
You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together.
Good morning. It is now Tuesday. Yesterday I ended up just taking the rest of the evening to go to the gym, have a chill night, and get some more work done. So I feel pretty good about going into today, but as always, there's a lot more to do. It's 8 o'clock right now, and so I'm just starting my morning. I'm gonna check some emails. I'm actually going to be working in our dining room because Jake is gonna do his work in here today. He works in a PD's office, so he has to be in court. So it's nice for him to have the privacy of the office. And then I usually just sit in the dining room on these mornings when he's in court and do some work from there. I do have a meeting at 11, or 11:30, so I'll be prepping for that. And then I have another meeting this afternoon. It's also a super snowy morning. I think it's supposed to kind of continue to snow throughout the day. It's also super gray and dark out, so I hope I'm able to stay motivated throughout today, but that may require a few coffees. I still need to make one this morning, so let's go do that. I'm starting my morning how I always do, just going through checking my emails and diving right into my client work. I really just want to prepare for this client meeting that I have coming up, so I'm just finalizing all those different templates that I spent yesterday working on, and I am just keeping on working on those, fine-tuning them, and making as many little details to them as possible. Somewhere along the way during this time block, I do receive a text from this client, and she is offering for us to reschedule since we are having a bit of a snow day, which turns into a full-on snowstorm. So I am so happy to be rescheduling and getting back to this work later on. So glad I don't have to go to my meeting.
Oh yeah.
Once Jake has finished up his workday, I move on back into the office space so I can sit at my desk and enjoy the sunshine, or at least the snow coming down. And I am diving into the work. I am working on editing these templates in Canva for a social media client I have. I just do about 5 templates for her a month that she shares on her Instagram, and we get those set up in Canva. Next, I'm just revisiting my time blocking, making sure I'm staying on track with everything, and I'm diving back into some client edits. Remember this template from the other day? Well, I am back into it and making those final edits that I have received input on from my team. And so we'll just get that up and running and all set for it to be good to go in Canva.
And I think it's kind of just an unfair and kind of just cranky way to be, and so it's something that I don't subscribe to. I am running my own race. I support everyone doing their own thing. And that includes you. If you are not into hourly rates, don't do it.
It's already noon. I'm sorry, this has been a little more sporadic. Today I had a new client or prospective client pitch meeting, and so I was preparing for that basically all morning, and then I had it and I think it went well, so I just need to send over some responses by the end of this week for options for proposals. But today I have quite a busy schedule still prepared. I'm going to bring you through this one last day and show you as much as I can, and thanks for being here. If you are new to my channel, I would love it if you would stick around, subscribe down below, and like this video. I am so happy you're here. If you have any questions when it comes to graphic design, freelance, feel free to shoot me a message over on Instagram or leave a comment down below, and let's finish off Wednesday. One thing that I was working on today while I did client work is listening to a workshop. It was all about retainers. It's created by Olivia Herrick Design, which is a really great graphic designer, and she also is local to Minnesota, so I was excited to purchase her workshop. And then I am just working on client work. So one aspect that I am pulling is refreshing a website. I just want to find good imagery that can be substituted into the hero aspect for a more winter-esque scene. So I'm trying to dive through and find something for that. I'm trying to see if I may have taken something that might work for it, but as of now, I'm resorting to Unsplash and Envato elements for something to use. There's also not a day that goes by that I'm not doing a social media post, so I am doing that. In this case, I'm just creating this one graphic and uploading it to be posted on Instagram and Facebook to just share about an event that will be happening soon for this one business. Diving into work once again after my quick little Starbucks run, I am working on a brand project. This is also a website project, and I'm just making some edits that the client requested. It's mainly to the overall logo icon to have the kerning a bit more closely, and then also to bring this into the website. I just need to make these adjustments before we have a client meeting that will be coming up. So I'm just going through Squarespace and making what other little things that I can change into their format. Moving on through the afternoon, it is now 2:20. The sun is out today, so it's so nice. I have just made a couple website edits, and then I am going to be doing some social media planning, and I'll do that through the platform later. I have quite a few story graphics that I want to create and various posts that I want to plan to get the rest of December planned out, because December is tomorrow, which is wild. I'm so excited. I had one of my first Christmas presents come in today that I'm going to be giving. I got my mom this backpack. Hopefully she's not watching this. I have quite a few more coming soon, so I'm so excited for it. I'm gonna move in and start making those social media changes, adjustments, and keep going through the day.
You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.